Hey guys, how you doing? So I thought I'd talk about my TRD and Wald kit that I installed in this car. The Wald kit I had installed professionally back in 2013. I had it, what is it called? It's PPF'd along with the entire car. So it has pretty much held up really nicely over the years. Pretty much the Wald kit, it's relatively easy to install. I looked at the instructions online, waldusa.com, and I'll put the link below for you guys to take a look at. But it basically just kind of clips in. I think there's some 3M tape that you just have to, I guess, peel off on the body kit and then just stick it on to the body, as well as some clips. I don't remember seeing any screws necessary for this one, so the fitment should be pretty good for the front splitter. Another thing that I suggest adding, even if you don't have a front splitter installed, is the it's called the skid plate, I guess, a Sliplo skid plate. It's right here. It's called a Sliplo universal skid plate. You only need one for the Wald splitter. I'm thinking you probably only need one for the entire front end, but it's definitely really nice to have. I've scraped the car a couple times, and you know, this was before really the Sliplo came out, and you know, I haven't been able to really test it. Luckily, I don't want to have to test it, but it's there just in case to prevent any damage. The actual splitter is made of polyurethane, unpainted, but here's the Sliplo right here, thing on the bottom. It's basically, let's see if I can get a better view. Yep, here we go. It's basically just a bunch of triangles that flex and bend, and keeps the lip looking nice. On the bottom, it keeps it from, I guess, scraping the paint off. So it's basically a sacrificial layer. But the lip is made of polyurethane, so when you do, unfortunately, if it ever does have contact with anything, it'll flex up and down. So that's a good thing to know. And then the side skirts, those were, so I installed the TRD side skirts myself and did the PPF. But I also had the shop. The shop pretty much did the side skirts with PPF as well, and they had painted it. But the side skirts, unfortunately, don't have very good fitment. You know, I'm a little sad that Wald couldn't get it perfectly right, but I think it's just kind of maybe shipping too, maybe just flex while shipping, so it may not be their fault at all. The installation is pretty straightforward in the instructions, but unfortunately you do have to do some fitment for the side skirts for the Wald. I guess that's one thing that is an unfortunate thing about aftermarket. But if you look at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it. No, it's too low, unfortunately. But there are some screws that I had to put in, especially near the back area where this fin is, right here. I had to put a whole bunch of screws kind of on the bottom to have this come out, because it was actually curving inward, and this part was actually hidden pretty much under the car, so it was pretty bad. The TRD side skirt, I'll put the model number below. You can only get this in Japan. Fortunately, they still manufacture it unpainted, of course, unfortunately, so you do have to get it painted when you receive it. This was straight fitment, required no type of modification. I mean, that's the great thing about factory. The thing I like about it was it reduces the drag on the rear tire. If you could tell, it kind of flares out a little bit. Unfortunately, it doesn't block my entire tire, but it does get a big portion of it. Basically, when the wind hits this area, it's going to actually miss my tire when it's blowing out, so that's a really good thing. I did notice that excuse me, it was getting a little bit quieter driving on the highway with the TRD side skirts, so that was a nice thing. Definitely there was it's going to reduce the turbulence that enters the wheel well, so you can have less drag, and you have more stability with the car. One thing about the TRD side skirt is that it lowers the back portion about 1/4 of an inch. I believe they said, I think, 10 centimeters in the manual. So in order for this Wald side skirt to fit nicely and have a clean install, I also had to install a piece of rubber as well. Right here, if you can see, you can't see it unless you know it's there and it's really close up. It looks actually as part of the car. I actually got in the States this piece of rubber. I basically just applied 3M tape on the top and the bottom, and then connected these two pieces together just to reduce airflow, basically restrict any airflow from entering under the body of the car, which affects the aerodynamics of the car. But you basically run it right where the side skirt stops, and then go all the way to the end of the car, to the very, very, very end right here. That's where I stopped. And then I got in the States. It's a 1/4 inch by, I believe, 5/8. I just want to kind of look at the side right there, that piece right there. I believe it's 5/8 wide. Right here, it's about 5/8 wide going in, and then this top to bottom section is a 1/4 inch. But I had to put that in. I'll try to look for the product, and I'll put a link below in case you guys want to do this. It's a really nice mod. I really like it. It gives it kind of a semi-exotic look. You know, you can't really tell unless you really know what you're looking at, that it's 2 pieces put together, but it actually looks kind of factory, which is what I like. You know, of course, that one top portion is factory. So and then the rear side skirt, the Wald diffuser, it's pretty simple. You just take out the old diffuser and put this one in. Reuse the pop clips. I didn't see any screws put in by the shop, so I think the fitment's really good on this one. If you look at it, the thing I don't like is that it has, it doesn't have the fins missing. So when you remove the diffuser and put this in, you actually create more turbulence under the car, more air pressure. So it actually may raise the car up a little bit when you're driving at high speeds. I mean, I don't think it's really that bad, but you know, that's the beauty of having a diffuser, is it, you know, kind of speeds up the airflow under the car, so you have low pressure under the car. But when you take it away, when you have the fins gone, it creates turbulent air in the rear, so you actually have more turbulence under the car, a little bit higher pressure, so the car won't get sucked down to the ground as it does with a diffuser. But to be honest, I think the Lexus diffuser, it's kind of small, but it still works. So if I were to redo this again, I would probably look for a different diffuser. You know, if I had the money, I would do a GSF conversion, but I don't think it's going to look right on this car since it's not a GSF. But I would look for maybe a skipper rear end with the diffusers, so you can actually increase the grip of the car by reducing the pressure for the underbody. Pretty much it, guys. Other than that, you know, I love the way the car looks. It's really nice. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really, and it really doesn't. I mean, it definitely makes the car stand out, I guess. Not too much. That's the good thing. So when people look at the car, it, you know, it's not too super fancy, flared out, car show type of vehicle, but definitely looks great. Just driving and, you know, just taking it out on a regular day. So that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you guys later. All right, bye.